Hello and welcome to this TTRS presentation. Touch Type Read Spell is primarily a literacy course with the added benefit of being a touch typing course as well. Now in this presentation I will be going over the aims of the course, the multisensory learning approach to the course, and the key outcomes to the course. Now the aim of the course is primarily in developing a user's literacy skills. And as well as that, the student would also develop their keyboard touch typing skills. The software has been established since 1992 and has stood the test of time in regards to software applications of this nature. Now it's a multidisciplinary based course for students with reading and writing differences and also spelling differences. Now I emphasize the word differences as opposed to the word difficulty, as every student would have a different approach in building up their literacy level. Now the software would also be of immense benefit to students who would have coordination or dexterity difficulties. For instance, those students who would have dyslexia or dyspraxia. Now at the end of the course, the student would have an extra 4,000 new words learned. Now that in any capacity would be considered quite an impressive amount of new words in terms of their vocabulary. As touched upon earlier, TTRS results in a student's literacy level improving, and naturally the student would have gained touch typing skills, and this can be achieved at a very early stage. Students as young as 5 years of age can undertake the TTRS course. Now TTRS incorporates a multisensory approach to learning new words and enabling a student or user to build up their literacy level. Now the student sees the word on the screen quite clearly. The student hears the word clearly, and following on from that, the student types the word. Now in terms of technique, it's important that the student doesn't look at the keyboard when typing the word, hence the multisensory approach of relying solely on seeing and hearing. Now ideally the student would have their hands covered while resting on the keyboard. This could be achieved by using a towel or a blank sheet of paper, preferably a towel, the aim of which would be to ensure that the student's touch typing score is accurate, and that would be one of the major pitfalls in relation to students subconsciously looking down at the keyboard every so often. Now the key outcomes of the course would be to increase the student's literacy level, as mentioned earlier. The software incorporates the alpha to omega method. This is a phonics-based literacy method for teachers, particularly primary school teachers. It's a recognized method for students with dyslexia, dysgraphia, build their literacy levels. The TTRS modules seamlessly interface with mainstream teaching. So from a practical perspective, this means that a teacher can know the exact literacy level of the student based on the student's current TTRS level. So this can be considered an indispensable tool in helping teachers gauge the pupil's performance, and also indicates whether or not a teacher would need to change their teaching methods to accommodate a particular student or class. In terms of keyboard mastery, the benefits in regard to this software, the student's keyboard skills would significantly enhance, as mentioned earlier, and this would naturally lead to an increased confidence and success for the student. For instance, in an exam situation where a student is allowed to use a computer, having a student trained in touch typing would naturally lead to an increase in the number of words typed, and hopefully this would lead to the student maximizing their academic potential. And I suppose the student progresses at their own pace as well, and this should help reduce the stresses that students may experience. As well as that, it would be considered an essential life skill on a CV. The ability to touch type is essential in today's technological world, and would definitely add value to a person's skill set, especially when job hunting. And in regards to the touch typing suppliers and trainers in Ireland, there you have the necessary details for pricing and supplier options. So that is the end of this brief PowerPoint presentation, and I hope it's of help, and thank you for watching.